You spent weeks designing your off-grid cabin. You ran the math, installed the panels, and enjoyed a summer of perfect electricity. Then December arrives. The temperature drops below freezing, and your lights violently shut off. If you built that system using the most popular advice on the internet, you likely relied on a single, simple equation. Multiply your solar panel wattage by your location's peak sun hours to find your total daily energy. Under this logic, a standard 200-watt solar panel sitting in an area that gets 5 peak sun hours will generate 1,000 watt-hours of electricity every single day. That calculation is a mathematical trap. It assumes idealized summer conditions are a constant, guaranteeing a total power failure the moment winter sets in. The failure starts with a misunderstanding of the term peak sun hours. Beginners often assume this simply means the total number of hours the sun is visibly in the sky. This chart shows solar irradiance over a typical 12-hour day. Irradiance is the actual measure of solar power hitting a specific area. In the morning, sunlight is weak. It peaks in intensity around midday and gradually fades into the evening. A single peak sun hour is actually a unit of accumulated energy. It is the mathematical equivalent of all that varying daily sunlight condensed down into exactly 1 hour of perfect irradiance at 1,000 watts per square meter. While this metric provides a highly useful average for estimating energy potential, treating it as a fixed year-round number is exactly how people end up building severely undersized systems. Even before winter arrives, that simple internet math is already overestimating your power. Real-world systems require a third variable, system efficiency. Before a single watt reaches your battery, physics takes a cut. Solar panels lose power as they heat up in the sun. Dust accumulates on the glass. And the wiring itself creates continuous electrical resistance. Because of these unavoidable physical factors, a healthy solar system typically operates at around 75% efficiency. That idealized 1,000 watt-hours drops to just 750 watt-hours of usable energy. On a perfect cloudless day in July, your system is already bleeding a quarter of the power you thought you had. Then the seasons change. The days get physically shorter, but more importantly, the sun stays much lower in the sky. That lower angle forces sunlight to travel a longer path through the Earth's atmosphere. This thicker atmospheric filter scatters and weakens the irradiance before it ever reaches your panels. The mathematical consequence is severe. A geographic location that receives 5 peak sun hours in July might plummet to just 2.5 peak sun hours by December. Let's run the fully corrected formula for winter. Take that 200-watt panel, multiply it by the realistic 2.5 peak sun hours, and apply the 75% efficiency loss. The total output collapses to just 375 watt-hours. A system carefully calculated to run your appliances in summer will generate less than half of that energy during the freezing months when you need the power the most. A severe winter energy deficit creates a much bigger problem than temporary blackouts. It actively destroys lead-acid batteries through chronic undercharging. Lead-acid batteries require regular charging to 100% capacity. When low winter sunlight keeps them in a partial state of charge, a process called sulfation occurs. Sulfation is the formation of hardened lead sulfate crystals on the battery's internal plates, which permanently destroys its ability to store energy. Winter introduces a second counterintuitive danger. As temperatures drop to freezing, solar panels actually generate higher voltage. On a crisp winter morning, this cold weather surge can push the panel's open circuit voltage, the maximum voltage it produces when disconnected from a circuit, past your charge controller's maximum input limit, permanently frying the hardware. Failing to account for these specific winter variables turns a seemingly reliable solar array into a self-destructing financial liability. Professional solar engineers don't rely on simplified marketing math. They design systems using rigorous environmental parameters. The core engineering principle is simple. Never size a system based on summer averages. You must build your architecture around the worst-case seasonal data. Start by researching the specific winter peak sun hours for your exact geographic coordinates to establish a realistic baseline. Take that lowest winter number and apply the 75% efficiency multiplier. That will tell you the true, usable power your system will actually deliver in December. Finally, always calculate your solar panel's cold temperature voltage rating and cross-check it against the absolute maximum limit of your charge controller. True off-grid reliability is achieved by engineering a system mathematically guaranteed to power through the darkest, coldest months of the year.